Ever wonder what it would take to travel the world while working online? That's exactly what Robin Chacon is doing these days. As a certified English as a second language teacher, and with a knack for helping students understand complex ideas, Robin has been teaching adults and children since 2015. With a unique approach to virtual learning, she has developed a system that allows her to teach while traveling throughout Mexico. She now helps other educators live their best life by mastering the on-the-go classroom and using her tested methods. Get ready to rethink your idea of full-time work with this fantastic presentation. Take it away, Robin.
Can a person work full-time as an online teacher? That's a question I see all the time in Facebook groups from current and hopeful online teachers. When I think of the concept of full-time, I remember my corporate days of waking early. I would immediately check my email, all the while forgetting my goal to do yoga or meditate before starting work. I used to clock in 40 to 60 hours a week and commuted 1.5 hours a day. I dreaded Sunday because the next day was Monday. I never went anywhere without my company-issued laptop or phone. I was a dedicated employee. So when people ask if they can work full-time, what they're really saying is, can I make a living? And the answer isn't always a simple yes or no. 4 years ago, I sold, gave away, and donated almost everything I owned and moved to Mexico. I kept some clothes, a few personal items, my husband, and my cats. Today, I live on the road teaching English online. I work 2 to 4 hours a day, 6 days a week. I'm not here to talk about getting rich teaching or how to scale your teacher business to make money while you sleep. Instead, I want you to reimagine your life and your definition of full-time work. As someone working what's considered only part-time hours, it supports my full-time life. Maya Angelou said, "I learned that making a living is not the same thing as making a life." The majority of my students are kids from 3 to 8 years old, and I learn more from them than they learned from me. One sweet boy, Harry, had an advanced grasp of the English language. One day we were talking about biomes and what we could do to protect the earth. He had a lot of great ideas, and it all boiled down to something so simple. We have to be good human beings. Every day I have students that say, "Teacher, I love you." I feel blessed to enjoy my job. But beyond the connections with my students that most teachers get to experience, redefining my idea of full-time provides a great deal of flexibility that allows me to travel and experience life. My travel of choice is Mexico. I love the people, the culture, and the food. It is also an affordable place to live as an online teacher. I use a variety of methods for affordable housing, but one of my favorites is house sitting. I've started my own house sitting business, and have cared for other people's homes and pets rent-free in Mérida, Cozumel, and Acapulco. I don't charge, but I get to live in some pretty amazing places rent-free. By the end of this year, I will have spent less than $1,000 in rent and utilities. With the extra time and money saved, I've explored many areas of Mexico. I've experienced the monarch butterfly migration, spent lazy days reading books on the beach, and visited the Palenque ruins. I've wandered the streets taking pictures and videos of several pueblo mágicos, or magical towns. I have spent days just walking the cities and taking pictures of colorful architecture, doors, and the incredible street art. My Instagram is full of colorful and unusual art. I've also become fascinated by Mexico's churches and have made many impromptu stops to take pictures and lift the drone. One town we visited had over 300 churches. Some of them are located on high hills with a ton of steps to climb. I'm not saying every day is an idyllic life full of exploration. As an online ESL teacher, I don't always have a full schedule of students, and my earnings ebb and flow. To live a full-time life as a part-time teacher or working any job, you've got to be creative. I had to rethink the way I approach teaching. I had to reimagine my teaching space. My husband, our cat Lily, and I travel in an SUV with a rooftop thule. We have to be picky about what we carry. I used to have a ton of props that would fill my classroom that wouldn't work in this unique teaching situation. Now I have a few go-to props that can be used in a variety of lessons. My favorite prop is a stuffed monkey with long, flexible legs and arms that can be used to demonstrate many actions. The kids love her. I have a stack of blank index cards and colored markers to make visual aids. This doesn't just save space. It also saves me a lot of money on printing and classroom supplies. Finger puppets are also a big hit and are great for teaching kids to compare size, practice with colors, and asking, "What is it?" questions. Foam numbers, chopsticks and plastic utensils, and a magnetic whiteboard round out my physical props. Most importantly, I've migrated over to digital props for a variety of lesson enhancing backgrounds and thousands of pictures and GIFs. I have a very simple piece of green felt that tapes to any wall and works with chroma key for perfect backgrounds. I recently taught a lesson about traffic signals. I downloaded a traffic light background that filled my screen from top to bottom. The kids could visualize something they've already seen, and I tested their comprehension by pointing to the lights and asking them if they can go or stop. Imagine the difference in our overstressed world if we all reframed our idea of full-time work. What if we chased big experiences instead of big paydays? Meeting people, having new adventures, and seeing new things have given me a rich life. I used to think living in Mexico was simpler than living in the United States, but I've since realized that it's our perspective and our decisions that make our lives simple or difficult. Too many of us are taught that buying a home offers a sense of pride and stability and of belonging to a community. But I've learned there is more than one way to live a life you love. I no longer feel the need for that designer purse or trendy outfit. I'm no longer collecting things. I'm collecting memories. While we all need work that can support our lives, if we can get creative and reframe what's really a necessity, we may discover there's a lot more life to live when the paycheck isn't calling all the shots. It's the experiences and the people that make our lives rich. Stop chasing the full-time clock and start working toward a full-time life.